Storybook Brawl was nice enough to send me some dust codes, so I'm doing another giveaway. Stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can enter to win. What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, and today we are going to take a look at a game where I make a huge mistake which almost costs me Mythic. If I win this game, I will be Mythic for the month of June, so a bunch on the line, and there's some really interesting stuff that goes on in this game. Some interactions that you probably haven't seen before, and we're going to be playing Wonder Waddle, so you know it's going to get a little bit wacky. I'm going to wind up rolling on turn 2 and then free rolling, trying to find some more animals, and I think that this lock would be debatable. You could pick up the shrink ray and then you could buy and sell the chicken and then purchase all 3 of the other units. So it wouldn't be horrible, though when I'm level 2 and I'm doing Wonder Waddle, I want to do just Wonder Waddle things, and I want to try to find some more animals. So I'm not super interested in picking up on Cinderella. I'm just going to let that shop roll by and see what else we can find. And what we can find is an upgraded Polywoggle, so that's really sweet. And Shepherd Sling, probably the best option here. Fairy Tale could be good, but Shepherd Sling will let the Polywoggle slay, and then from there I'm just going to pick up Blind Mouse. I would have skipped if there was potentially another animal in this shop, but the fact that there wasn't means I don't really need anything else here, so just going to pick up a treasure that can potentially help Polywoggle slay, but we're going to try to do that next turn. We're going to put Polywoggle in slot 4 this turn, so that way it won't slay, it'll get attacked by that baby dragon, and now next turn it can slay and give us an upgraded tier 4 unit and a much better sense of direction for the rest of the game. I'll pick up the stag to pump up the Polywoggle as well, and then from here, could just pick up the Minotaur. That'll make me reasonably strong enough, and I'm glad that I do, because we don't have the option to pick up anything else in this shop. Everything costs 3. Now we could have sold the Minotaur, picked up Brave Princess, though then we're playing down units, and that can always be a little bit scary, though a little hint at something else to come. We will be playing down some units. I think I'm level 6 and I play 4 units at one point in this game. Just a little bit of a teaser as some potential mistakes that might be coming up in the future. So that's a lot of fun. Polywoggle is going to get the slay, turn into a Heartwood Elder, and that's enough to win the combat. A 13-14 there, or I guess it was a 13-17, and from the stag. So that was pretty good. I don't really want to go the Minotaur route. I feel like that is just using a lot of gold, looking for a tier 2 treasure, and when you're Wonder Waddle, you can grab so many treasures so easily anyways that I'm not super interested in it. But I am somewhat interested in the Wish Upon a Star now that I've picked up on the Heartwood Elder. Basically, there's a lot of different ways to play Wonder Waddle. That's what makes it such a powerful and engaging hero. But now that I have this Heartwood Elder, I'm thinking that I don't really necessarily need to spend so much time just dirtling around and picking up animals. Certainly I'll pick up a stag, I'll pick up a blind mouse if I find either of those two, but if I can pick up some XP, it will allow me to find some trees earlier and easier, so I might want to do that. So because of that, I wind up locking onto the Wish Upon a Star so that I can cast it on this turn, and then I can just either pick up the goat or the tiny to round things out. And there's different trade-offs for both of those units. The tiny dies to earthquake, the goat is getting pumped up by the minotaurs, so there's definitely some incentives to pick that up too. And ultimately I decide I am just going to pick up this goat and hope that this is enough to win the Wish Upon a Star. I just won my previous combats, basically just off the back, or did I win the last combat? I don't even remember, but I won the one before that just based off the Heartwood Elder, so hoping that we can keep that trend rolling. And I'm not feeling like particularly strong here, but regardless, I think that it's worth it to pick up some XP now that we have this Heartwood Elder and a build path potentially, because an upgraded Heartwood Elder is pretty strong. That's basically like Gwen's hero power, except we're also doing some Wonder Waddle things in the meantime. So we are going to lose this combat, but we do have some extra gold off the prized pig, and from here I'm really looking for trees. I will, again, I'll take a stag, I'll take a blind mouse, but I'm definitely looking to pick up some trees. I do like this lightning dragon as well because it combines nicely with the stag, so I do pick that up. And then forking rod seems too juicy with this genie's wish. Maybe we can find some more XP for free. Not quite going to get there, but definitely worth a shot. And then there is another Heartwood Elder in this shop, so it could be worth locking for. We also have the potential to pick up another mummy here or another lightning dragon, but I have to think that I'm probably eyeing up this Heartwood Elder and really planning on just getting into the trees of it all. We can play this crafty because it is now bigger than the goat because we've picked up a second treasure, and there's definitely still some incentive to try to roll for some 3-cost animals as well, though once you've picked up XP, your ability to make use of Wonder Waddle definitely falls off. I feel the same way about Wonder Waddle and Celestial Tiger. You probably either don't want XP or you're going to just be making less use of your hero power, and that's fine if that is a decision that you want to make on the game, but you just have to recognize that going in. I'll pick up a golden chicken still. We can still make use of that part of our hero power, buying and selling golden chickens just to get a little bit extra gold, and typically you skip the treasure and that is how you make your econ. However, Skip's Puzzle Rune when we are XP hunting seems absolutely great. I'll then put in a Soul Tack Ancient, and there's a few options here too. We could double support the Soul Tack Ancient by putting both of the Heartwood Elders behind it, though that will be overall less stats than if I just make use of both halves of my upgraded Heartwood Elder, giving +4/+4 to both of my other trees. So this is just the most stats overall. We'll go for this, and now we should be able to use Wonder Waddle's hero power to easily activate this puzzle rune and be 3 XP up on the rest of the lobby. That's going to make for a really, really strong early lead here. So that is the plan. Opponent with a Soul Tack is able to counteract our lightning dragon, so we wind up getting a tie there, but I will take it. And Flourish, also pretty reasonable because we've got the forking rod, but I really just want to roll for a pair of 2-cost animals, and Polywoggle gotta be one of the best ones here. Now we can take the Great Library card. We've got Forking Rod, so we can Forking Rod this Luna's Grace on the Polywoggle, and we get 2 more XP. So now we're 3 XP up on the natural level of the lobby. Feeling pretty good about this one, and we've got an upgraded Polywoggle that we can potentially use to grab an upgraded tier 6 unit. So a bunch of really, really sweet stuff going on with this one. We'll put the Crafty back in now that we have 3 treasures. Crafty is looking good again, and then I'll pick up a golden chicken potentially for some more econ. Great Library card, still really good once you hit level 6. We'll probably want to toss the Shepherd Sling at some point, though it could potentially help the Polywoggle slay, so that is nice for us as well. My opponent's Friendly Spirit going to be pretty big, but Polywoggle will get the slay, and we get an absolutely massive Jormungand, and this is a real Jormungand, a real upgraded Jormungand, so this is a real potential comp to pivot into. And we will definitely want to consider that. I'll pick up Golden Chicken here. Plan, again, was to skip, but Hermes Boots are quite good with Jormungand. If the plan is to play Slay, which I think it is, Jormungand seems like it will be pretty good. And I'm eyeing up Evil Twin. We've got Evil Twin Good Boy. I don't know. I think we're playing a Jormungand game at this point. So I'm going to stay the course here, just looking for some other things. If we can find like a River Wish Mermaid, opens us up into other Slay capacities. But instead, I'm going to wind up picking up a Lancelot this turn. The Queen's Grace makes it slightly less than 25, but then I realize we've got this upgraded Gumblegore. So I'm going to wind up picking that up, and then I'm going to sell off all of my other units to pick up another Jormungand, and I do think that this is probably the right play. We're not quite at the mistake level just yet. Lancelot's going to get us a tier 5 treasure, and then it is also going to slay. Jormungand's going to slay, and then we've got this upgraded Jormungand that can carry us on this combat. Next turn, interestingly though, Gumblegore's going to turn back into a Mix-a-Whistle should be like it should have some Cinderella theming, right? Not Cinderella in the game, but like clock strikes at midnight and everything transforms back. Anyways, we're going to pick up Staff of the Old Toad, which definitely means that we are eschewing fully our Wonder Waddle hero power, but we get to play even less units this turn, which is really fun. We get to knighthood our Jormungand and make some great use out of that. Now, kind of interesting to do that because we've got Staff of the Old Toad, but I still don't think this is quite the potential game-losing mistake here. I still think that this board is really good. We're like 1 or 2 XP up on anybody that we play against. Lancelot's gonna get in there first, and then Lightning Dragon will get in there first, and then Lancelot will get in, and the 40/40s with the Jormungands are also probably just big enough by themselves to fully win a combat. Yeah, 2 XP up. Lancelot doesn't slay, but Jormungand will just be enough, just by itself, to take down my opponents here. So, still feeling pretty strong. We're not quite at the mistake yet. We get to pick up a Lightning Dragon, which is really, really good for everything else that we're working with, and definitely cements that we want to be in Slay. I mean, I was already there, but the fact that, okay, so I'll talk about that in a second. We're going to Dream because the Wonder Waddle hero power we're not using anymore. And then I go into Celestial Tiger, and I'm thinking that now we get double boots. That's kind of cool, but we also get double Great Library card, and on the surface this might seem like a good play, but it's actually really awkward, and this is the game-breaking mistake that I wanted to bring up. Just make sure that you guys don't do this in your game. So your shop only has 7 slots available in it, and typically when you get to the final levels, 5 of those slots are contained by units, 1 by a spell, and then 1 isn't used. So that extra slot is where like your Ogre Princess or Gloves of Thieving cards will go. That's where your extra spell will go. That's where your Pied Piper thing will go. However, if you double up on the Great Library card, and this one we're also going to win despite my opponent having an evil tree, it's a ghost there. If you double up on your Great Library card, if you either are playing Potion Master with Great Library card or Celestial Tiger with Great Library card, you're only going to see 4 units in each of your shops, which is really, really awkward. It's going to make it pretty hard to find what you're looking for. You are going to have a bunch of spells. That's not really great. So what I'm looking to do here is actually dream off of this hero power because it's really not doing too much for us. So I wind up rolling for some dreams, just wind up casting a Smite there. We see another Jormungand. I really need to find Baba Yaga and then additional like River Wish mermaids and stuff to make the full Slay comp come together. But that's definitely a lot trickier when we're only seeing 4 units in each of our shops. So make sure you don't do this. If you are playing Celestial Tiger, either get rid of your Great Library card before you hit level 6, or I don't know, play mages. It's fine if you're playing mages, and also be warned with Potion Master. Picking up Great Library card can definitely be a little bit of a trap, though early on in the game I'm sure it's a bunch of fun when you are not denying yourself units, but once you are, yeah, things get a little bit awkward. And Jormungand is going to get a little bit awkward here. We need to win that 50-50 to attack into the Nyan Sea Terror to tie, but unfortunately we do take some damage. So we go down to 23, but then we get to pick up a Baba Yaga, and then we get to dream out of this hero power. So things are looking better. I briefly consider the Sad Dracula. Headless Horseman also potentially a consideration there, but honestly the answer is probably just Zelhua, because we've got the Staff of the Old Toad, and that's going to help us find more River Wish mermaids. It's going to help us find more Baba Yagas, which is really the only thing we need at this point. River Wishes and Baba Yagas, find an Evil Eye, find a Horn of Olympus, win the game. We're already doing really, really well because we were up so much on XP, and finding these Jormungands were just absolutely massive units. But we want to just push it a little bit farther. We're not scaling super hard, so there is a chance that we could fall off, but hopefully these River Wish mermaids are going to give us a little bit of help, so that way we won't totally fall off in the end game. This was still a pretty quick game too, that it is worth to consider that. Lightning Dragon's going to take out a Robin Wood, and then Lance is going to take out something else, and by that point My Jormungand's are way too big and compatible with my opponent's Echo Wood, so that is going to be an easy cleanup there on the Horde Dragon. And now we are Zelhua with Staff of the Old Toad, and we can actually make use of our hero power. But it's the finals, so I'm going to Pigomorph before rolling down here and hoping that that Pigomorph is enough to carry us for these final fights. Definitely don't need a Knighthood at this point in the game. Really just want to roll and still potentially triple. I mean, we are not that powerful. I'm not even sure if we can kill our opponent next turn. Okay, we could if our Lance survives, but that seems pretty unlikely. So chances are we've still got more combats to go here. And I mean, it's still good to cast spells, and it's still good to have the Great Library card on our side. At this point, like, maybe Final Battle, Celestial Tiger Library card could be okay because you're just going to have the ability to see so many spells, so you'll probably get to Pigomorph or something every turn, which is sweet. But I think we can potentially do a little bit better. And here is another really interesting tidbit that I wanted to bring up. If both you and your opponent have a Lightning Dragon, but you've got boots, your Lightning Dragon is always going to attack first. So attack priority Lightning Dragons do actually care about, and that will be really, really good for us here to be able to pick that up, the first attack rather. So that way we are getting some slays with our Jormungand and allowed to run this combat. And I'm going to pick up another Lightning Dragon here on the chances that we might be able to triple this and potentially do some earlier slays. We're actually going to wind up tripling the River Wish Mermaid, and that does not quite find us the Horn of Olympus, but Deck of Many Things is still really, really good at this stage of the game. We have to toss one other thing, so we can either toss the Staff or we can toss the Great Library card. I just wind up tossing the Great Library card and think that that is totally fine at this point, and then gonna wind up just playing this for the turn. Now, one other interesting thing here, I could have played the Lightning Dragon in front of the River Wish Mermaid. It probably wouldn't have mattered too much, but could have potentially been relevant if it helped us get some additional slays. This battle, though, is really just going to come down to my Jormungands. My other slays did not hit. I got Pigomorphed, and we're just rocking with some 40-40 Jormungands, but that's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to get me the win and get me to Mythic for the month of June. Really, really silly game. Hopefully you guys had fun with this one. I thought this was pretty cool just in terms of showing off some interesting interactions in the game, both with the Celestial Tiger Great Library card, but the Lightning Dragon Boots combination is really kind of obscure. I'm not sure if everybody knows about that interaction, that Lightning Dragons actually look at which player is going to be attacking first. And then, of course, we also had all of this XP that made it so sweet and let us do some really, really powerful stuff. Definitely just been overall super impressed with the puzzle rune. And I guess, you know what, shout outs to Polywoggle as well. Polywoggle on the Wonder Waddle definitely did some work for us on this one. That is going to be it for me today. I will say today is going to be the last day for the giveaway. I'm probably saying this too late in the video for anybody to hear it, for anybody to care. But today's the last day for the giveaway. So I haven't quite decided because I'm recording this on Tuesday. I don't know how many things I'll be giving away, but I will be starting a new giveaway tomorrow. That's what I'm getting at here. And so I'd like to change the code word from support to something else. If you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments below. It's cute if the word can have multiple definitions and also relate to Storybook Brawl in some way. Support, it was like the best one I could think of for the first week, but feel free to leave some suggestions because I'm probably going to be running this for a few weeks at least. I think like for every like 25 comments or so, I'm going to give away a code. So I'm going to go tally up at the end of the week, and I will probably be announcing that on Tuesday. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's the details for my giveaway. Just leave a comment on any of my videos this week that includes the word support, and you'll be entered into a chance to win a 4,000 dust code. The reason that I say to include the word support, that way I can differentiate between the people just leaving a comment and those that are actually interested in the dust to make sure that it goes to a person that will appreciate it. And there's no limit to how many times you can enter. You can go back and comment on some of my previous videos. I've been uploading daily Storybook Brawl videos for the past 7 or 8 months at this point, so I'm sure there is some sweet content that you have yet to see. And yeah, you can enter multiple times. I will do a new code next week, and the other thing that I wanted to say is that if a bunch of people enter, I will give away more codes. So that's just going to be limited by how many people are entering and how many people are commenting. I really appreciated last time when I did this that it got to let me hear from some of the people that typically just watch and wouldn't otherwise comment and let me know that they're watching. So it's a really cool way to let me know that you support the channel, potentially helps grow the channel. I've been seeing a lot of comments recently that are like, just here to boost the algorithm, and I really appreciate all of that stuff too. If you like the video, if you follow, if you subscribe, etc., and let me know that you're appreciating the content. And this is kind of a way for me to hopefully give back to you guys while maybe growing the channel and thanking you for all of the support that you've given me. And I picked that word. It's a little bit cheeky. You can tell me your favorite support unit. You can tell me why, or you can just say just supporting the channel or whatever you want to do. But I thought that would be a fun one. And I'll do a new code word each week, just that way I know who's still interested in the giveaway and can separate between the different ones. But I'm going to be running this for probably a few weeks, depending on how much participation there is. I got a whole bunch of dust codes to give away from Storybook Brawl, so thanks to them for also supporting the channel. And that's it. Yeah, good luck. I will also just point out, because I never gave an update on the previous giveaway that I did in a video. That was won by Raj, who I believe only left like 2 or 3 comments over the course of that month-long giveaway for a gem code. There was like, I don't know, like over 100 entries into that competition. So don't be discouraged, anybody can win. And if a bunch of people enter, like I said, I'll even give away some more stuff a little bit faster. Let's get this channel to over 1,000. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.